and I kept moving on until one day I received a really nasty comment on one of my videos, completely irrelevant. So what I did, so I can't even believe like I did this, but what I did was I took
Sometimes people say that you don't have to explain, right? You just have to ignore things, but there are some things that you really cannot ignore. And write in the comments, I love you, ma'am. Now, what should I respond? They consider me at the lowest, as the lowest one. Okay. I'm surrounded with such
Hmm.
kind of people. Leave people wrote in her comment section that this is all drama. Hi, Niyati. Welcome to English with Winnie. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for inviting me.
How are you? How is the day so far?
The day's been going well. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather because, like I mentioned, I did anchoring yesterday for 2 hours, so probably that's the reason why.
Oh,
But I'm so
congratulations.
glad I did it. So, yeah,
Finally,
thank you so
because in
much.
the previous session you were mentioning about it, right? So,
Yeah.
how did it go?
It went better than expected actually, because I usually what I do is I prepare a script,
Hmm.
but yesterday it wasn't even planned that I would be the anchor.
Hmm.
And then they just gave me the mic and they were like, just do whatever you want.
Oh,
So this was the first time I was doing it on the spot, and I think I did pretty well according to my expectations. I think it was good. So yeah, I'm really happy about that.
congratulations to you. And I believe it helped you stepping out of your comfort zone.
It did for sure. Like we discussed, I was super nervous for the first 5 minutes, but then I gained the confidence and then I was just going with the flow.
Amazing. And especially when you know you don't have any pressure, you don't have any typical script to follow, then it is easier for us to manage it accordingly, right? So that
Yeah, that's actually true. That's something that I felt yesterday because when you have a script, you have to go according to the time. Like in within these 15 minutes, you have to perform this, you have to do that, you have to welcome the guests and everything. So there was no pressure as such. It wasn't time rigid. So that's the reason why it went super well. Yeah.
Wow, so happy for you. So happy. Niyati, since you are here for the first time, although we are having limited time, but I want you to introduce yourself for me, for our viewers. Maybe it should be a brief introduction of yours.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So my name is Niyati and I belong from this lovely state called Rajasthan. To be specific, from the city Jodhpur,
Mhm.
which is also known as the Blue City. And when it comes to my education, I've done my bachelor's in electronics and communication engineering. For master's, I was selected in IIT Kharagpur for the same field which I did my bachelor's in, but then I felt like I do not want to keep pursuing uh, my career further in the same field. I decided to switch my field um, because I did not want to go into that field further. So yeah, after that, like I've been doing a couple of things, and I also started my YouTube channel side by side, and I've finally found a productive hobby actually, because before that, like what was I didn't even have any proper hobbies apart from maybe like being on social media and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really glad that I've replaced those hobbies with something productive, something that I can monetize upon. So I'm really happy about that.
Wow. So, see, it's like killing two birds with one stone. You are grooming up yourself. Simultaneously, it's been, I think your channel is monetized, right? And the thing is, you might be making a little bit money as well. So, it's going hand in hand. One side, practice in grooming, other side, we can just monetize our skills like that,
Mm,
right?
exactly. And it's not just that actually, even it has helped me in my offline life as well. I
Hmm.
feel like I'm a more social person now. Like I can present myself in a better way compared to how I used to maybe 6 months ago. Because now I've talked to so many people online that I've just got a sense of how to present myself, how to keep the conversations going and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really grateful for this actually.
Wow, that's amazing. Also, Niyati, as you mentioned, although I'm sure all the conversations that you might be having might be revolving around the same question, like why did you drop IIT? And I just came across one short video of yours where someone was mentioning, like, did you really crack IIT? Right? And you
Yeah.
answered that question, right? So you might be
Mm.
facing such things. So, what is your reaction to it? May I know?
Actually, like what people or that specific comment said was that I didn't go to IIT. Like I'm claiming that I went there, but I didn't go there. So I felt like there are two choices. Like either I could just choose not to respond to it, or maybe I could just, like give him a small reply, like that's not true. But then that didn't seem to uh, quite fit well. So I was like, you know what, why not make a video about this? Because other people might also have a doubt about this. Because not everybody does that. 95% of people wouldn't do that. And I really respect their decisions. Like this was personally my decision to like not pursue my career further in that field. So I decided to just, make a video about this. And I mean, I don't really watch my videos again and again, but that one turned out so well. It was giving a little bit of savage vibe. So I just keep on watching it sometimes when I'm
Yes.
feeling down.
Actually, it popped up in my field as well, and I was like
Okay.
really happy. See, sometimes people say that you don't have to explain, right? You just have to ignore things, but there are some things that you really cannot ignore, right? They
Hmm.
need answers. So it's fine if you
Yeah.
were answerable, if you responded it gracefully, I believe it was a great effort. Right?
Hmm.
Okay. So here I have several questions from you, Niyati. Would you mind answering it?
Yeah, wouldn't mind for sure. We can
All
go
right.
ahead with that.
So, number one is I would like to talk a little bit about beauty. Is that a comfortable topic?
Hmm. Yeah, we could talk about that.
All right. So, girls and beauty, that is how this combination is, how people see this combination and how you see what's my perspective. We can discuss about it
Hmm.
quickly. So, first of
Hmm.
all, I want you to tell me what is beauty for you? What is the definition of beauty for you?
Well, I think beauty is something that would a quality of yours that would attract people. However, people often get confused between external beauty and internal beauty. I believe in internal beauty because what happens is you might find somebody super super pretty, and then you talk to them and they're not really nice about it. They're being super mean, they're full of themselves, and then I bet you're not going to find that person pretty anymore, compared to somebody you approach somebody and then you have a nice chat with them and they're like really nice and smiling all the time and making you feel comfortable, and then that might be the prettiest person to you in that room. So I think that's what beauty means. And people, I mean, obviously, like there is uh kind of a debate and actually a pressure on women to have this beauty standard that whatever people call. But I don't really believe in that, because external beauty, as they say, it fades away with time. I mean, it doesn't even matter. So yeah.
Wonderful. All right. But you are someone who is beautiful inside out, like internally and externally.
So are you. So are you.
So you might be getting this compliment every now and then. Is it so?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. Like sometimes people do say that on YouTube, but what they say is like you're really pretty and then heart. I feel like that's a little bit irrelevant. I don't really respond to those comments because I feel like maybe, I mean, we are over here improving our English, helping the audience improve their English. So maybe we can stick to that topic. But it's just personally, I just feel like that's a bit off the topic and I'm not really comfortable when somebody says that for some reason. I don't know.
There is one thing that I believe. See, since we are on this platform, that cannot be even controlled. Like YouTube is a place where you
Hmm.
can You do not have any control. Like people come and write in the comments, I love you, ma'am. Now what should I respond? I'm helpless. I'm clueless what to respond here. But you cannot control, and somehow you have to be open to it. Like since you
Hmm.
chose to be here on YouTube, Instagram, wherever, Facebook, and there are several people, you don't even know who is following you, who is not, what they can write, what they cannot write. It's not at all under our control, and we just have to face it. Whether it is right, wrong, appreciation, criticism, we have to accept it. That is
Hmm.
a mindset any content creator has to make right on the first day when they step into it.
Hmm.
So that's how it is going.
Yeah, but the thing is that some people think that it's their right. For
Hmm.
example, once I received this comment, like, you're really pretty. And simultaneously, I kept receiving that comment on every single video. I said, like, thanks, I appreciate that. And he was like, you aren't responding to me properly. Like, why aren't you responding to me properly? So that was kind of, so their mentality is that if we choose to be on this public platform, they have this right. They can write whatever they want, and they want us to be responding according to their preference. So, and they don't really understand that they are wrong on any level. They don't get that. So that's the scary part, actually.
Agree. And Niyati, you won't believe I have seen such amazing creators getting such, I would say, nasty comments and
Hmm.
responses. I don't know how they handle it. It's really difficult to handle such type of words, such comments. But yeah, you have
Hmm.
to gather strength to face all of it. But yeah, all we can do
Hmm.
is just request them not to do all this at such platforms, since they do not have right. But
Hmm.
in that case, content creators, they are helpless, I think. Right.
Hmm.
All we can,
Actually, yeah, no, please go ahead.
no, no, please. Actually, you continue.
Okay. So, the thing is that, I mean, it's the hard truth that as your channel is going to grow more, it's going to reach more people, the hate comments are also going to increase in amount. That just happens. And this is something that I experienced as well. For example, when my audience was small, people were really, really nice, 100% nice comments, completely related to the video or completely related to learning English. But I think what happens is when you start receiving more comments, these kind of people feel like they can hide between them, and they can post a negative comment. It's highly unlikely that you would see a negative comment when there are absolutely no other comments, because they know on some level that they cannot be saying these things in public. That's not right. But they say that because they feel like they can just hide within those comments. So that's why I think as your reach increases, as more number of people start commenting on the videos, these people also show up. And it's most probably the frustrations that they go through in their personal lives, and they just want to uh, give it out somewhere, like give out all the frustrations that they have. And unfortunately, as creators, we have to face these peoples on a daily basis.
And there comes a day when you become so stone hearted, I would say, that
Mm.
things start, they don't impact you anymore. That's how it becomes.
Mm.
But yeah, I have seen, there is one famous creator. She lost her son. Okay. Little, and they had only one child, single child, and she
Mm.
lost her son, and her son was her lifeline, we can say. And she
Mm.
lost him somehow. Now only that couple is left behind. Okay, child, no more.
Mm.
Can you believe people wrote in her comment section that this is all drama? Can you believe? And she
Mm.
is someone who is in millions. She has got millions subscribers, right? But one day I saw she chose to respond and mention two to three names who were trying
Mm.
to just defame them or spoil their image and trying to post these comments, like stop doing all this drama, and we know you guys are just gaining sympathy out of it, trying to
mm,
hype your channel like that. Can you believe, like, to what extent people can fall?
mm,
Means what we receive is still, people come and write randomly whatever they want, but you are playing with someone's emotions, specifically when they have
mm,
lost a piece of their heart, and you are coming and
mm,
claiming that you are, it's all drama, stop all this. They chose both husband and wife, they one day made one video, and just with, along with names, they mentioned those three names of those women who tried to write these comments on all of their videos. And
mm,
sometimes it becomes necessary to show up
mm,
and come up and confront and come up with those names. So
mm,
they gave clear warning, if this continues, then the next step we are going to take is we are going to lodge complaint, and we are going to do that. So I think it's a great step,
mm.
right?
Yeah.
So that's how, what I saw just 15 days back, I believe. Also means we have to be really, I can say, stoic, or we should have that
Mm,
strength where you can face all these things, like appreciation and criticism both.
mm.
We have to be
That
open.
starts happening. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
does. Because negative comments initially, I still remember the first negative comment I received. I was so heartbroken. I told my mom, like, I don't think I want to continue this anymore. Like, why would people say that this is so mean? And she was like, you know what, just move on from these comments, just move on. And I kept moving on until one day I received a really nasty comment on one of my videos, completely irrelevant. So what I did, so I can't even believe like I did this, but what I did was I took a screenshot, like, okay, this is what he said, and saw his profile picture. I searched his name. I got his Instagram handle from that random YouTube account, and luckily that was public. So what I did was that I went to all of his following and his follower list, and all the women that were connected with him. I sent them that screenshot, like, hey, just so you know, like, this is your friend. This is the male friend that you choose to be comfortable around. So just to let you know, like, this is what he's like. And I sent every single,
Wow.
like, all the women that,
Oh my God.
yeah,
This is unbelievable.
took a long time actually to like search the account and then send all of them these messages, but I did. So just to, and that guy instantly within like 5 minutes, he privated his account, he removed his profile picture, he deleted that comment on YouTube. I didn't even remove it at that point. So he knew that he messed up.
Mm.
And now I know that before commenting such thing under any woman's post, he would think twice at least of the consequences that he might face. So
Great.
I haven't done anything like that again, but I mean, now I choose to ignore them. But like that was initially, I thought of doing this because I'd been receiving those comments a lot. So that's the reason why.
Okay. This was something I didn't think about. This was a surprise image of Niyati. Great, Niyati. I really appreciate your effort because this lesson was important, right?
Hmm.
This was necessary. All right. Now, coming to the topic again, that is beauty, although it's going like a mixed conversation. So, Niyati, do you
Hmm.
think I'll be choosing two more questions, right? One is, do
Sure.
you think beauty gets a special privilege or importance in personal life or in professional life, maybe at a workplace?
Hmm. For sure. It does. I mean, it shouldn't be the case. It should be your qualities and your skills that should be given the preference. However, at first glance, they do tend to choose people that are quote unquote better looking in their opinion. I'll give you a very small example. So like I was in the dance group in my school, and this teacher comes up and she's like, I want a Durga because Navratri is coming, so I want a girl who can play Durga. And then she was like, she uh picks out the fairest looking girl like out of our group. She didn't even ask us to, like, maybe perform once, like if we would be able to perform Durga, which one of us would be better for the role. She just chose the fairest girl, and she was like, yeah, she would be perfect. Well, how do you know? You didn't even make her do these steps. How would you know? But all the other girls, we all glanced at each other and we just knew like what we were thinking. So that was, I think that's the earliest memory of me remembering something like pretty privilege exists. And
Absolutely. And I
yeah,
remember,
being in the dance group, this is something that we used to face on a daily basis. If somebody is in the front, they make sure she's the pretty one because I don't know, like she's probably going to be grabbing the attention of audience or whatever the opinion was. But as a school kid at that age of like 12 and 13, where you're already comparing yourself with other girls, how you dress up, how your hairstyle, um, the way you present yourself, everything. And then the teachers, if they also start doing that, it's a lot for a teenage girl to handle, I think. And they don't even understand at that age like what's going on. They're still figuring out themselves. Things are changing for them, and then it can become really overwhelming, I think. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. You were saying something.
happened with me several times. I have just a hand experience of it. So I can totally relate how it happens. And if I talk about this workplace culture, no? So Niyati, I don't know whether you have experienced it or not. Even I haven't experienced that thing so far, but I come to know from
Mm,
all of my students, specifically male students. So because they come to me for those presentation skills and all these things, no? That is their main
mm,
target. So they always come up and say, ma'am, no matter how well we present, we are sure any girl or any fair looking woman is going to get that opportunity to present, no matter whether she's
mm,
confident enough or not, but she is going to
mm,
get that preference. So that is when I came to know that it really matters. Specifically, there are certain organizations, Niyati, I don't want to mention, but I came to know they give special preference and privilege to this beautiful looking girls and women.
mm,
But this is such a narrow approach of handling things.
mm,
And I am surrounded with people. They are beautiful like anything. In fact, they consider me as the most, I can't say ugly, but they all consider themselves as superior. Like they consider me at the lowest, as the lowest one. Okay. I'm surrounded with such
mm,
kind of people. But you won't believe, as soon as they open up their mouth, or when it comes to etiquettes, when it comes to your overall personality, when it comes to how your attitude, the way you treat others, I really don't want to mention it, but I find it really messy.
mm,
Means for me, beauty is your attitude, the way you treat others, how gracefully you present yourself. That is the
mm,
real beauty. Really.
mm,
We have Honorable Sudhamurti ma'am, right? How
mm,
simple she is. How simple, right? But still, I find her really, really graceful. Very graceful.
mm,
Because her simplicity is reflected in her character. So,
mm,
for me, that is really important, how you're treating others, the way you are speaking, how respectfully you are speaking, very important. Whether you
mm,
are fair, whether you have got a fair toned skin, you have got beautiful attire, you are wearing the most expensive clothes and jewelry, doesn't matter.
mm,
So because we are living in that show off culture, where everything is just greener at the other side.
Hmm.
It just looks
Yeah,
good.
and
Yes.
yeah, especially with social media, this has increased even more. Um,
Absolutely.
all the like pretty women or whatever you want to call them trending on reels and so
Hmm.
all over social media. You don't
Hmm.
even know them personally. You don't know what they're like. I mean, what I can personally say is like if I meet a woman, like I always make sure I appreciate them because I'd like to do that and I want to do that. And so it's been my habit from school ever since I was in school. So I would always say like, hey, you're really pretty. And if somebody smiles and says thanks and you too, she would be the prettiest girl to me. Like she's so nice and I would always have something nice to say about her compared to somebody I mean you must have met those kind of girls during our school or college as well when you appreciate them and they're like thanks and okay so like, what do you want? So,
Yes.
so
So we
at
cover
that very
the
instant, they become not so pretty anymore. Like, thank you so much, but
yes,
that's
this particular response that you mentioned, no? Have you seen? Um, okay, let's take one example that's coming to my mind right on time, although we have just 3 minutes more. But have you seen Ambani daughters-in-law, like both the Bahus? How
yeah, I have.
down to earth they are. How down to earth.
Hmm,
Like always behaving like a commoner. They don't
hmm,
really make others feel that they are the richest, wealthiest people in the world. They
hmm,
never do that. Why? Because they don't have to show that they are
hmm,
wealthiest. On the other hand, if there's any girl who is little bit beautiful, having little bit of money, they tend to show it off, right? Because till the
hmm,
time they won't show it off, people won't come to know. So I believe
hmm,
uh, the wealthier the person is, or the more grounded they are. Otherwise, your wealth is of no
hmm.
use. I think this is my opinion.
Yeah,
And they prove this particular thing that no matter what your wealth is, if you are grounded, that makes you really, really appreciated by people.
hmm.
So that is one thing. And
Yeah, and their beauty reflects from within actually. So even if we take these paparazzi video examples, if somebody is like really graceful and you'd find them super pretty compared to somebody who's being rude to people, pushing them away. And that very instant, they become not pretty anymore to us. So yeah, that's a very good example actually. I was,
all
yeah.
right.
Hmm.
So, Niyati, we are almost at the last minute of our session. So, here I'll be coming up with a
Hmm.
quick Q&A. It is going to be a rapid fire. You just have to immediately come up
Okay.
with one name, right? Hope you are a Bollywood person. Do you know some celebrities? Little bit.
I do know a couple of, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
All right. So, I'll be coming up with one word, and you just have to come up with one name. Okay. Any name. It
Hmm.
can be
Okay.
any. And you don't have to take a lot
Hmm.
of time. Okay. So, it's a
Okay.
rapid fire. Let's get started.
Hmm.
So, number one is graceful.
Aishwarya Rai, for
Wow,
sure.
same thing came to my mind. Okay. Number two is number two is elegant.
um, Elegant will. I don't even know other uh, a lot of actresses. Okay, I've
Mm.
already taken so much time.
Yes.
And now I'm feeling
Okay,
nervous.
I'll give this answer.
Uh,
I think Neeta
okay,
Ambani.
Priyanka Chopra. No, Priyanka Chopra. Okay.
Priyanka Chopra. Okay. All right. Third is confident.
Well, Priyanka Chopra would fit this category again, I think.
Agree. Priyanka Chopra
Hmm.
fits well. Okay. Next is
Yeah.
an alluring personality, like someone who can really allure.
Um,
First.
I would say Deepika Padukone. It's just my personal preference. I think she's really pretty.
Wow. Okay. Next is beauty with brains.
Hmm. I would say Katrina Kaif because of the way she answers, like her
Wow.
quick responses and the way she stands up for herself. It really shows like she's definitely beauty with brains for sure.
Wow. Extraordinary, different from others. Extraordinary.
Hmm. Different from others, I I really don't know. I don't think I would be able to give the right answer
All
for this.
right.